Next up on the call is Alcorn State head football coach Jay Hopson. Alcorn State defeated Texas Southern by a score of 20-13, and this week they traveled to Baton Rouge to face Southern University for a 5:30 p.m. kickoff. Good morning, Coach Hopson. Are you with us?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. If you could talk about your victory over Texas Southern and preview the Jaguars.
Well, it was any time you win, you'll take it. You're not going to be complaining. But it was a game where we certainly probably didn't do a lot of things great. We had a lot of turnovers. I thought second half we played pretty well on defense. We had a couple missed field goals. So we had plenty of things we got to clean up. But to give a lot of credit to Texas Southern too, Darryl does a great job there, and they played really hard for their homecoming. So it was a hard-fought win. This week we play Southern. They're a team that has done a great job. Dawson's done a great job with them, and they're a team like we are. This is a big football game. I mean, to stay in the race, and of course, I think they're on top in the western side. And we all know Dre Joseph, their quarterback, playmaker, and Virgil Williams, their DB, really good player, and they've had some good luck in the kicking game. Willie Quinn's doing some good things in the return game. So they're a talented football team, and it's a team we got to be ready to play.
The floor is now open for Alcorn State head coach Jay Hopson.
Hey, Coach. My name is Reed. I'm with the Baton Rouge Advocate. How you doing today?
Doing good. How you doing?
Doing well, Coach. Can you talk about your pass defense and why y'all are so efficient back there? What do y'all do that makes y'all so successful in the secondary?
Well, I can tell you a little bit. Just hopefully we play hard and cover well. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. And I think those guys take a sense of pride in that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that they pride themselves on. I think our guys in the back end, we're getting older. One thing that's really helping us, to be honest with you, in the back end is, those guys all played a lot last year together. They were freshmen and sophomores, and so now they're really a sophomore junior group, and they've got a whole other year ready to play together. So what's happening is, and I've been blessed to be around a lot of good secondaries, and it's kind of a beautiful thing when you get guys that can play together for a long time together in that back end, because I think communication and things like that really help in the back end. So that as much as anything, they're probably a group that's got a lot of experience, and they've got a lot of time playing together.
Who do you rely on that back end to be that coach on the field, to be able to communicate to others?
We're pretty lucky there. I mean, all those guys, Jameson Knox, Devin Francois, Anthony Williams, Quentin, they all communicate. Warren Gatewood, they all like I said, it's kind of a deal where they've all just kind of slowly coming into their own, where they're all comfortable with each other. They all communicate well. To sit there and say there's one just guy that gets it done, that would probably be a lie. I mean, it's 4 or 5 guys that, like I said, they've played a lot of football together, so they all communicate pretty well together.
Can you talk about your specialist, Hayden McCraney? 7 of 11 on field goal attempts. I think he was the conference's special teamer of the week. Can you talk about him and what that means to have a specialist like that on your team and be able to flip field position as well in his punting game?
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. Hayden's done a great job. Like I said, he's got a super strong leg and can do a lot of things. So very talented athlete. But he handles all our kicking duties and does a great job. So we're fortunate to have him as a freshman. So we're looking forward to 3 or 4 years with him kicking the ball.
Coach, during football media day and as well through the course of the season, you talked about closing out games on a few calls. Looking back at last week with that big turnover towards the end, tell us a little bit about the character now of your team and pretty much accomplishing one of the areas you wanted to focus on through the season.
Well, they've always fought. This group's gonna fight. There's no quit in them. They play hard, and that was a big play. The play before that, or it might have been a couple plays before that. We had a fourth and probably 16 or 17, and we had a tackle on the sideline that was called a horse collar. It was a horse collar deal, and so then they got him a first down. So that was strong to bounce back from that adversity, because after the horse collar, they came in and got the big turnover, which was a big play by the defense.
Coach, offensively, talk about your running back Arnold Walker and also his backfield mate John Gibbs, quarterback. You know what that does to have a good balance between running back and quarterback, and challenges that presents for defenses.
Well, that's what we want to do. I mean, and of course, Arnold runs the ball extremely hard, and John is really maturing and really getting the hang of our offense. But really, what that's who we are, and that's what we want to do. We want to be balanced. You know, we don't want to be a team that you can come out and sit there and say, oh, they're going to throw it all over the park, or oh, they're going to run it all over the park. You know, we want to continually keep it balanced and keep it mixed up.
What does each guy do specifically that makes them, the caliber of player that they are?
Well, I think they've got a really good work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Arnold's one of those young men that's going to be, he's going to be in the weight room constantly working out hard. I think both of them have a very good work ethic, and I think that all comes from mom and dad. I think they work hard and they take pride in what they're doing, and I think that's a credit to these young men.
Coach, good morning to you. Ty Miller from Sheridan Broadcasting. Most of the time we speak of defenses trying to stop running games, and here we have the classic matchup of a good pass offense versus a good pass defense. When you look at Southern, can you talk a little bit more about Willie Quinn and Lee Dawson receivers?
Just a lot of speed. Willie does so many things for them, not only in their pass game, but also in their return game, And, of course, we know Dawes last year, too. I mean, he's makes plays. They both make plays. They're both good receivers, and so that's, and they're like you said, they're go-to guys for them. But again, they're multi-talented in the fact that they help them not only in their passing game, but guys like Willie are big assets in their kicking game.
I'm just saying, Atlanta's right there closer. I was just wondering.
Do you have any more questions for Alcorn State head coach Jay Hopson?
Coach, as well, you probably looked at a little bit of film from Southern, but what kind of problems does Lee Dawes present?
I mean, he's a big, tall, talented receiver. Go get the football. We played him last year, and he's a guy that certainly that I think those are two guys that, especially Lee's the guy that Dre's going to get his hands on the ball, you know what I'm saying, because he is a young man that can make plays, and those are guys that you always have to know where they are on the football field because they're talented guys.
No, but I just asked. I mean, no, but you didn't say, no.
Any more questions for Jay Hopson?
Defensively, what would be your emphasis in terms of slowing down Southern's offense?
Well, I might have to keep that one to myself, but we got to play hard and play with relentless pursuit, and we got to play a hard physical football game. It's what we have to do, and I think that's what it's all about: alignment, assignment, gap responsibility football, and that's something that we're going to talk about at a high level this week, and of course, big game for both teams. So, it's we got to be ready to play.